today that with a laptop and iPhone, you can work anywhere. But even today, I think there's something about coming to sit at your desk that kind of stops you becoming completely nomadic and drifting away entirely. The 1990s, with the rise of the internet and mobile communications, many advertising agencies introduced the idea that you no longer owned your own personal private desk space. You're expected to move around like a kind of nomadic worker. But it was actually a failed social experiment. People really rebelled against it. In a sense, your desk is some kind of protection, both symbolic and actually physical. People obviously put great value on the desk. If you want to understand the inner workings of an artist's mind, then of course the desk is the most telling space for that. The way the desk is arranged, the way the desk is cluttered, the mess that you find at the end of the day tells a lot about the person who works there.
If a messy desk is a sign of a messy mind, then what is an empty desk a sign of? Einstein's desk was famously messy, so he stood as an example of a person who could be extremely efficient, extremely creative, but at the same time very, very messy. People with messier desks tend to be more open to new experiences. It reflects their mental process.
Some people thrive on clutter and mess, and some other people just can't stand it. I like to start the day like fresh. If I start the day with things left over, it's just like starting a dinner with leftovers. You can't start a dinner with leftovers. It kills your appetite. Same here. It will kill my appetite of work. My desk is very square, very strong. It's very important to have a place where you work that is in sync with yourself. And this is one of the reasons I like this desk. I love it, and it loves me, so to speak.
I'm pretty fastidious about it, I mean, compared to a lot of people. Maybe not compared to Massimo Vignelli, but I have my paints and inks. You're surrounded by your stuff. To be around books and stuff taped up on the wall, that's when stuff starts to happen. You start to create a world. I think there's a sense of warmth about it, a familiarity, if you will, that it's comfort, it's home, it's the womb.
I suppose the thing that I always take with me from desk to desk, and is what defines my space, is a sign I had made which says the desk of Alice Twemlow. That's very symbolic to me. Wherever I sit that down, that's my desk.
I never fully embraced desks and offices. They weren't mine. They were temporary, whereas this is more of a nest of my own. I like having things visible, a piece of that I've started writing here or just a stray thought there, because things ping off each other in ways that I can't necessarily predict. I know if I filed everything away, some of it would just be filed away forever dead. I would say it's sacred to me, or it's central to my life in the way that the hearth is. It's a place where I feel very comfortable being by myself.
You've also got another thing going on, which is, and I think this relates to the idea of a desk being an aspirational space, is that the way you arrange things on the desk is kind of like how you would like to be.
My milk desk at home and my milk desk in my office is very, very different. At home, it's full of all my papers and all my ideas and my kids' drawings and stuff like that. My desk at the office is very different. For me, it's very important that when I sit there, I'm working. It's because I have an idea that I got somewhere that I need to visualize, or I need to write something. Just work, and I can't have anything distracting me.
We see that the people want to open up, where it is okay if a person talks to the other one, is exchanging ideas, maybe even an exchange about private life, that they really know with whom do I work with. Even if we try to look into the future, at the end of the day, we have our roots. And so I think the desk will not go away so quickly.
We're not completely liberated from the desk. We're sort of halfway between this idealized notion of the completely nomadic worker and the desk-bound robot. The reality of life today means that you can't always be there. And in fact, you have to take that idea of that working space with you. Probably what's going to happen in the future is that the desk becomes more a state of mind than an actual physical place.